Hello and welcome to the final part of Metal Gear Rising Jetstream Sam DLC story. Now, before we jump into the final, everything, sequences basically, a few things to note. One, if you don't have practice with your offensive defense, your little dodge move, A and X in direction, then I recommend saving and stopping now to go practice that, because this boss will require that like crazy. I'll explain that a little bit more into detail when we actually get to the boss. Not too much to say about the Hammerhead fight, by the way. Fairly weak, use a few rockets and he should go down, no problem.
Thanks for coming in. What's your game, Armstrong? Gonna talk me to death? Like I said, son.
I'm gonna give you paper cuts.
Final interview.
I don't get why we couldn't have this cool sequence in the main game. Especially with all the explosions.
Come on. Okay.
Now, again, don't mistake Sam for the same boss as the main story. Don't do it. Right away, we already have his classic little fire strips, I guess. Now, again, he's much more aggressive and faster. And basically, that little grab he just grabbed me with? Yeah, he does that a lot. Best way to get around it? Dodge. That's why I said to go practice it. You don't have to outright master it. Just know it, get a feel for it, because you're going to be using it more than you think. Also, do not use aerial moves. If one even comes within an inch of him, if he feels that little gust of wind from your sword, he will grab you and throw you out of the air. And it hurts. I actually do it once in this fight, but it's not until later, of course. So you won't get to see me get swatted out of the air like a fly. Now, there are nano paste in the corners. Make sure you conserve those, because he does hurt. Now, the goal of this phase of the fight, and yes, there are multiple phases, it's Armstrong, what would you expect, is to get him down to 50%. But, doing that can be a bit of a hassle with how fast he will strike. With your dodging, don't go backwards. It won't work in the end. Unless you're amazing at timing, then go forwards. I recommend you do it. Your invincibility frames will save you. And there's my stockhold of nano paste depleted. You do get more nano paste later on, so don't worry about every little hit. And here comes the dreaded move that I hate. His fire punch. Thank God he does not use it in the main story. What he will do is he will charge at you at incredible speeds. It's ridiculous. It's the one thing I hate about this fight. He does it more. He does it much more in his second phase. So if you think the first phase is bad, you're joking. The reason why I hate it is because it will rubber band like no other. Most of the time when it does rubber band, you don't even expect it, nor can you recover because you're still recovering from, you know, flipping out of the way. With all that cartwheels and backflips. Also, when he's doing it, make sure to get as far away as possible from him, because the hitbox becomes gigantic for whatever reason. It makes it entirely unavoidable if you're up close in his face. And 50% reached. More explosions. And here's your chance at more nanopaste. For each helicopter you successfully cut and stop, you will get 1 nanopaste out of them. Make sure to conserve them and not turn them into BP. Because now he will hurt a lot. Now, same with Blade Wolf, make sure to be on your toes with this battle, because he will come at you in every direction. And here's that gigantic hitbox I was talking about. And there's the rubber band I was talking about. Now you see why I hate this fight. Just remember, dodge is your best friend during this, not parry. Parry's off in the corner, probably drinking himself to sleep. Not too much more to say for phase 2. Just get him down low enough, not actually kill. Just remember that. It's in the lower percentages though. Percentages, sorry. I am not eloquent with words. It's about 1% that you have to get him down for phase 2. So again, not outright killing, but still fairly low. Let's tango. Now, if you choose to fight Sam with a bit of range, just remember, if you do run out of missiles, Sam still does have a launch attack with his sword that doesn't run out of charges. It's basically just holding down Y while running. Pretty much like Ray. Now do be careful with the upcoming part, because even though 2 of the reaction commands are already there, the next one is not. Be careful and be ready. And with that, he's semi-dead, but not really. I was actually really surprised to get that in one take. First time it took me about 10 tries before I finally killed him. Fight's hard, man. Fight's hard.
What the hell are you? We could use a man like you, Sam. Organized violence, waging war as business. We're gonna put an end to all that bullshit. Maybe I misjudged you. Then how about it? Will you lend us a hand? A hand, eh? How about I take yours?
And so Armstrong lost a hand. And gained a knife! Now, for those of you that prefer a little bit of medical background as to what happened, basically Armstrong cut the muscles in his shoulder. No amount of surgery that we have now anyway is going to fix that. The only surgery that really can fix that is, well, replacement.
Won't stop us. The hell?
Basically, he can't move his arm anymore. Not a single part of it, not even the fingers. And so they laughed forever. And that's the end to Jetstream Sam's story. Finishing off with a D rank. So yeah, I'll just let the credits roll and be at it with that. Join us next time for Blade Wolf's story. See you then.
Looking down on the cars on the highway, the stream of taillights, everybody advancing together, to so willingly sacrifice rights. When people accept their cogs in the system, give up free will, conform. Individual pieces that swirl together and become a force storm. Looking down on the burgeoning city, the skyscrapers rise, even men with the greatest intentions stop believing their own lies. We can borrow from the future, but eventually someone's got to pay. The only way out of the cycle
official state business.